Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about Nanoleaf products again in terms of different actual shapes. And as you might have remembered, we covered ultra black triangles which look outstanding even when turned off. And that was the whole point of it. Today we have Nanoleaf lines starter pack with 15 lines. And right here we have Nanoleaf lines skins which are matte black, so they will match the ultra black triangles in all the terms when we're talking about the design without the lights on. And I'm going to give you some ideas where you could actually pimp up or eventually upgrade or give some extra visuals to your living room, to your gaming room, or your living space, or whatever you decide. So basically what's it all about is we're going to go through the Nanoleaf lines and give you an idea how to customize your space or your clean work desk or futuristic living room or whatever. But in terms of that, we're just going to cover my main setup right here at the back and you'll get some idea about it. So we have quite interesting Nanoleaf landing page which gives you loads of ideas on how to set up your Nanoleaf products in your setup or living room. As I already stated, all the rooms that you could eventually do. You can use the Nanoleaf AR story filter. They feature and allow you to have a personalized lighting experience with dynamic scenes. You can even screen mirror. You can do some brilliant integrations with color effects to match your peripherals like your keyboard, mouse, headphones, or whatever while you game. So basically it gives you an ability to experience dynamic real-time lighting effects which will totally transform your setup or whatever you want. Also it has a voice control, so you can connect your Nanoleaf devices to a compatible smart assistant and get that helping hand by asking Google, Siri or Alexa to make it work just for you. Then you have a possibility to customize the schedule, to turn on or turn off depending on when are you in the room, or you could do whatever. And rhythm, which gives you ability to transform your favorite song into lights, which is incredible. Now, as I stated, we're going to go with Nanoleaf lines today, and let's do a short unboxing of the main products right here on the table. I'm going to give you some information about that because first of all we need to check out what we have here in the boxes. We have two boxes basically in this one, and in the smaller one, let's go with the smaller one first. What we got are a couple of extra lines. So basically the normal starter kit goes with 9 lines. You get additional 6 lines here with the connectors, and they're quite nice and they look easy to connect, but we'll get to that part later on, of course. And after that we have a bigger box which ends up and sums up everything else that you need to connecting your lines. So color outside the lines, we have some ideas right here. You get 9 additional lines. Let's take them out. And you get all the connectors, all the sticky stuff that you need to place them on the wall. You get a controller and you get the adapter for your wall socket so you can connect them directly to, well, basically give the power to the lights. So the box is well organized and there's nothing confusing going on here. You have everything that you need to connect all of these, and what I have here additionally is the lines flexible connector. You get 3 pieces of this, so if you want to separate them you can do that as well. And in my setup I'm definitely going to do that because as you can see I have triangles going everywhere and I really want to make that work. As for the controller that you get, which is connected to this part right here, which kind of connects to the first piece of exactly from the adapter, you have a button to turn them on or off. You have shuffle music, plus minus most likely for the brightness, and for adjusting the next let's put it that way, next theme that you have set on your phone. So it's quite easy, quite straightforward. But before we continue anything else, let's do that short time-lapse video with me placing the lines in my setup. Let's go. As you can see right here, and after the time-lapse video, that basically everything is done. Now, concerning the lines, there's one thing, since my, let's say, hangers for the wall mounts for the monitors were in a different position, I had to use one of the lines behind each monitor. So basically I lost two of those, and the connection part that you can use for instead of using a line is a bit shorter than the actual line. So this kind of brings something else to the question when you're measuring everything. At the back we have the Nanoleaf stickers that you are using, or eventually you could use some other double-sided tape that is a bit thicker, that gives you enough let's say stickiness to hold everything to your wall. And as you can see, basically everything is matte black finish, and the wall behind looks much better. I mean, it's all up to you. You can go with completely white, or you could go with Nanoleaf lines skins and basically get the caps for the holders and caps for the lines. Now, what I wanted to say here is I did, as you've seen, a bit different, but these are, I used only 14, 15th one is right here, because I need a bit more of these lines, and I'll be grabbing them as soon as possible just to extend it up to the whole setup. As you can see, as you saw in the time-lapse video, there is so much space to extend. But I really wanted to cover the bottom part right here, so it doesn't have some empty parts and gives additional shine to the bottom part instead of just having a wall over there. At the top and at the side, as I stated, I had to connect them as such, so it kind of, I don't know, has a certain space. At the middle I have to leave the space for the picture and eventually for some other stuff if I decide to change the picture throughout some period of time, but that's it. So I have more space to extend these lines if I decide to do so. And what's there left to say? You can connect through Nanoleaf application on your iOS or Android, and it's really easy. You either scan the QR code or just put your phone closer to the device and it recognizes it, then you just enter the code and that's it. I left it currently on RGB spectrum, going throughout the whole spectrum. Right, but it will be adjusted, and it is already adjusted in the B-roll, so you could see how it actually functions. You can adjust with the sound, you can adjust with the voice. Well, basically it's all up to you if you want to use Siri or Alexa or Google to actually control the lights to your liking. The connections are quite simple. The caps can be additionally, and after everything done, removed. Basically just use it and tuck it in, and when you place the other one, this is it. You just pop the cap on and you're good to go. What you could do with the lines and the triangles and all the other shapes that Nanoleaf has is, let's say, give some sort of a additional light, additional scenery to your setup, to your living room, or anything or anywhere basically where you decide to light it up a bit and give it an extra flair or something similar to that. So it's all up to you guys to decide how and what are you going to do with it. This was some sort of my design, let's put it that way. I don't know if anybody else did it as such, but there's always a possibility to extend, and you do need to read the manual on how much lines can you add to a certain controller until the power limit goes out and you can add more lines. So it's quite cool, quite easy, and it really does bring quite nice, let's say, design to your setup. And as you can see, even the speakers are right in the middle of the lines, so it kind of does look really cool, at least in my setup, and at least for me. It's for you, you have your own personal ideas that you will definitely implement as you wish in it, and that's all there is to it. Guys, I'll put the links below for the Nanoleaf lines and for the Nanoleaf line skins and those connectors that where you don't have to use the lines to waste additional lines just for the connection. The only thing that you need to take into consideration is the lines are longer than that connection, but take into consideration that the lines that the cable is much shorter than the actual line. So yeah, there's that. The links, as already stated, are in the description for everything, so you can check out the prices and all the other stuff. And that'll be all for today. If you need any instructions or any help by placing the lines or any other Nanoleaf products on your wall, don't forget to leave a comment and I will answer them as soon as possible. Finally, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and notification bell so you don't miss any future content. Thanks for watching, see you very soon, bye bye.